and that's crazy.
I,
Like that's 30.
honestly, I think I know the client you're talking about. Any
Yep.
property bought at like 300K like 12, 18 months ago is now at
Yep.
least 450.
Wow. Look, that's 50% value that's being added on top of the property,
Yeah.
which you sort of wouldn't get it if you just didn't take the first step. So yeah, I mean, this is the biggest misconception. We get it all the time that you need a certain balance to start the semester, which is untrue. Obviously, it has to be based on your risk appetite and the current environment, the current interest rates, and you need to get a team behind you if you want to start at a small balance. I think that should be your number one priority, and I guess that's the biggest misconception. People think that getting a team will be costly process, and they don't really seem to understand that a team tends to bring in so much more value in the long run, which they tend to ignore just purely because of the setup cost or the initial cost of building the SMSF or buying the property. For example, I've seen people, they told me I've found a $650,000 property, and they think it's reasonable because it's very reasonable compared to Sydney, which is not the case because you have to look at the comparable sales in that area,
Yeah.
and sort of make sense that the fundamentals are right, and sort of then make an assessment on whether the property is right or not. And then I guess that's where you guys come into the picture and then tell the client that, look, I think the realistic value is not 650, it should be 600,000. And that's saving that extra 30, 40, $50,000, which brings in a lot of value.